The birth of the oil and gas industry came from its ability to tackle the rapid change in energy demands of modern economies. Specifically, the oil and gas industry consists of actual oil and gas companies, including international and smaller niche companies that focus on selling oil as a commodity, and the industry also consists of oil field service companies. With that in mind, let's discuss the industry's trajectory right now, and unfortunately, it isn't great. The reasons are twofold, the first being on the supply side. Specifically, the shale revolution starting in 2011 has brought an immense influx of oil and gas supply to the globe. And more recently, a breakdown of negotiations between big oil and gas players like Russia, Saudi Arabia, and Mexico has resulted in different countries attempting to flood the market and thus drive up supply. This is harmful for the oil and gas industry because such a high supply means that oil prices are really low to the point of being not profitable for oil and gas companies. The second punch is the fact that COVID-19 has shattered global demand for oil and gas by more than 10% because, in our new normal, our energy consumption is far less. Both of these factors have severely damaged profitability for oil and gas companies and thus hurt their oil service counterparts especially hard too, because if oil and gas companies don't get money, then they won't employ oil services. As for the longer term, potentially post-pandemic, there is still the problem of much of the world pivoting towards renewable resources. However, I believe that these renewables will not be enough to satiate the needs of developing nations such as China, India, and many countries in Central, East Asia, and Africa that are turning towards manufacturing and having their own industrial revolutions. Thus, in a post-pandemic world, it is possible that oil and gas sees several upticks in the next 10 to 20 years, even though it will eventually die off to more renewable alternatives.